Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. The Acolyte is an unmitigated disaster. It has been rejected by both normies and real Star Wars fans. The only people who enjoy it are screeching, whining, crying, vomiting people who live on X-Twitter who are not real fans. They are fake fans and stans. They only do what the giant corporation tells them to do. But in reality, Leslye Headland, there was no surprise that this was going to be bad because Leslye Headland is uncreative. She's not competent. She's not very good. And it is no surprise that Disney has not renewed Acolyte for a season 2 yet. We live in an era where something can be out for a minute or not even released yet, and the giant company will up it for a season 2. Amazon ups everything right away. They even upped horrible Wheel of Prime for multiple seasons, while it's just destroyed in numbers and reviews. Nobody likes that shit, but they renew it anyway. HBO, bam, they dropped House of the Dragon Season 3 before Season 2 even premiered. Major companies who know what they're doing, and I'll say Amazon also does know what they're doing better than Disney because they've had actual hits. Disney's never had a hit on Disney+. It's all garbage. So it's no wonder that after spending $180 million on 8 episodes of The Acolyte that have not earned a single penny, not earned a single subscriber, it is no surprise that Disney hasn't ushered in a second season already. But let's hear what Leslye has to say about making television, because her words will show you, and the follow-up commentary surrounding this will prove once and for all, this is a woman who knows nothing, who understands nothing, who is incapable of original thought or creativity. She got here by trading in on her knowledge of a monster who is a gatekeeper to a monster. But let's read her words talking to Entertainment Weekly. She says here, I'll tell you my philosophy on first season. Something that I've noticed is first seasons will end on what should have been a break into Act 2. It feels like everyone's really expecting to get a second season, and I don't feel that's a good idea. Hey, you know what? That is an actual good mindset. I'll give her a point. Don't make a show thinking you're going to get seasons upon seasons of shows. Make a solid, good story. Problem is, Leslye doesn't know how to make a solid, good standalone story. I think you should put everything you can find in the first season and give the audience a nice resolution that feels satisfying, but enough nods to mysteries that you'd want to see in a second season. So it's a little bit of both. You don't want to leave it so wrapped up like Obi-Wan or even reference Obi-Wan as wrapped up. Obi-Wan was a total fake story they created to shtup in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope just to try and get a cheap cash grab. And it failed miserably because it didn't actually tell a story. It ruined Ewan McGregor's version of Obi-Wan for a lot of people. Now, for me, it didn't ruin anything because I knew it was a fake story in the first place. It doesn't count. But for a lot of people, it did damage to him as the character. But there's no reason to watch a second season, but I think that's enough stuff in the last few episodes that you'll want to have answered. Oh, really? Because here she's going to say now, I remember reading that Vince Gilligan in writing and doing the first season of Breaking Bad really didn't plan on we're getting more seasons. This is what was going to happen to Walter White. It was much more, here's everything we got, we're going to throw it against the wall, and we're worried about that later. So I took that approach with this. I threw everything in season 1, because who knows what's going to happen. If you threw everything in season 1, and how can you say here, and then I'd say there are 4 or 5 major mysteries and plot points that have to get hit in season 2. You just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted your own statement. I think I should make a standalone season that answers everything. But now I'm going to tell you that I've still got many a mystery that needs to be solved for next season. Make up your mind. This shows you these people, her in particular, do not know what they're doing, especially when she says here, you're not really going to learn much about Kamir's background moving forward. That's Darth Zipperface for those who watch my reviews. This is ridiculous. Are we going to learn more of the stranger's backstory, either through flashbacks or dialogue, or learn about how he came across his path? Because it's Osha's story, you don't know much about the stranger's background, and you're really not going to learn much about it. Wait a minute! I thought it's supposed to be a standalone. I thought everything's supposed to be answered so you don't have to worry about a second season. It gets worse when Manny Jacinto, who plays Darth Zipperface, says, I think this story is essentially an introduction to our third act, where they left off going to the final 3 episodes. It's basically summing up everything you thought you knew in the first episodes. Now we're going into completely different territory. Now it's a different world that we're going to introduce you to, and not just a new story, but new motivations for all the different characters. There are only 3 characters left. There's Master Squid Game. There are, 4. There is Bad Sister Manla Stenberg and Good Sister Manla Stenberg. And then there's Darth Zipperface. And there is no story for Master Leslye Headland's wife. She has no story. There are no characters left. You killed them all, killed the other ones off last episode. What stories are you going to tell? And there it is again. You're now going to try and tell completely different stories for characters who have had little to no development in 5 episodes. Leslye Headland has no idea what she's doing. This is a woman who came up in the world, as I said, peddling her way into the industry using the dirt she had on Harvey Weinstein. That is it. That is all. She has no vision. She has agenda. She wants to make the gayest thing ever, but then try and tell you it's not the gayest thing ever. She wants to talk about, it's the greatest lightsaber duels ever in Star Wars, but in fact, you line it up against real Star Wars, and it's not. This is a shit show. And the way they talk, it's as though I gotta wonder, do they even hear the words that are coming out of their mouth? Do they take a moment and understand that they contradict themselves every other sentence? I want everything tied up in one season. There are still many mysteries to be solved. First of all, also, what mysteries? We understand everything. If Kamir's backstory is the only thing you haven't revealed, maybe that's something you ought to reveal, considering this is supposed to be a show about the Sith. That's what this show is supposed to be about, according to her, way back when. Acolyte is not Star Wars. Leslye Headland is not creative. Everybody involved in this don't know what they're doing because all they want to do is shit on George Lucas' Star Wars. They want to tear it apart, throw it away, and pave the way for Disney-fied versions. Either way, I can't wait till episode 6. I'm sure if anything's hinted at what they just said here, what Darth Zipperface just said there, it's going to be more of a shit show. It's probably going to be a lot of sitting and talking, walking and talking, maybe even a little bit of crying. I wouldn't be surprised. Either way, I'm ready. I hope you will be too. Join me next Wednesday when I review The Acolyte episode 6. Until then, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, or hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about Stan Fake Fan and SJW Fifis. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.